Hey everybody, welcome to Wild Care. It is Wednesday afternoon and today we have the amazing Melissa Toffelmoyer, our Wild Care's ambassador, Wildlife Ambassador Program Manager. And we are talking about something very cool today, and I believe you have some practical demonstrations for us as well.
I do.
Bring it on, girl. Tell us what's happening.
So this is a topic that I've wanted to discuss a while. Venom. I find venom to be one of the most fascinating adaptations in nature. It's quite a big subject, so we're just going to talk about really the basics of it and how it relates to us in our region of Northern California.
Perfect.
So while worldwide there are 3,000 snake species. And of that, 600 of them are venomous.
Oh, well, that's good to know. So most of them are not.
Most of them are not. And according to the World Health Organization, about 1.8 million people a year get envenomated or bitten by a venomous snake.
Okay. That's really not that many when you consider how many snakes are out there.
Right. And of that 1.8 million, about 135,000 of those result in death.
Okay.
In California, we have 11 venomous snakes. Including the yellow-bellied sea snake that's down in Southern California.
Sure, absolutely. So 10 terrestrial species and one
aquatic, yes.
Excellent.
And today we're going to focus on the one in our region, which is the northern Pacific rattlesnake.
Yes.
So let's first talk about fangs and what fangs are. Fangs are modified teeth, okay? And these modified teeth or fangs can be found in either the front part of the mouth, or in some species of snakes, it's found in the rear part of the mouth. So front-fanged and rear-fanged.
Oh, okay.
So in these fangs, there's a hollow channel in which the venom is delivered to the prey or the victim.
Okay.
And that, if we follow that all the way back, it follows back to the venom gland, which is where the venom is stored, and then a compressor muscle, which basically squeezes it and shoots it out through the canal and down into the fang there.
I think that's just fascinating that there is a muscle back there in the snake's jaw that allows him to actively inject the venom. Now, does that give him the ability to determine how much he's going to inject?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. Okay.
So they can do a little bit of venom, a lot of bit of venom, or just what is called a dry bite, where they just bite and there's no venom in that.
Right, like we always say when we talk about rattlesnakes and also about skunks is that, not that they're venomous, but the snake doesn't really want to bite you. Like he has a limited amount of venom. He does not have an unlimited source of venom in there. He has a small amount and he wants to use it for his prey or if he's actually threatened. So he's going to give you all the warning in the world to try to let you know that he is going to do something. I'm going to bite, right? We're lucky with our northern Pacific rattlesnake, with the rattlesnake species, that they do actually give you that audible warning. But I would think with any venomous snake, as with skunks with their skunk spray, they don't want to use it all on you. So they give you a lot of warning that they're going to go ahead and do it. And so that gives you a chance to step away. Although Rhonda says my husband was bitten by a rattlesnake at Lake Berryessa in June of 2012. Ooh. So it certainly does happen. And especially if you startle one, that can be a consideration. But
absolutely. And the wonderful thing is that we have anti-venom. There are some places in the world where if they're in a very remote place and they get bitten by, let's say, a mamba, or a gaboon viper, they really have to get to the hospital quick to get the anti-venom. So that sometimes that's where those large deaths come into play.
Right.
Is having access to those facilities that has that anti-venom. Now, venom is basically just saliva with really powerful digestive enzymes or digestive juices, which helps break down their prey.
Okay.
So, like you said, you can either hunt with it; they use it to hunt, right? Or they use it to defend themselves.
Sure.
So what I thought would be really neat here is to kind of show you how the venom goes down into this channel. And I happen to have two fangs here.
I love that you have fangs.
Yeah.
See, Wild Care is one of those places.
Let's
see that having fangs in your collection is not unheard of, and it's not weird.
No, not at all. So this is actually a fertilance fang.
This is trying to get it to focus light-wise. Go ahead.
So this is South America's most deadly snake, and if we can, maybe I don't know if we can try to focus on it. You might be able to see that little hollowed out channel
you can kind of see that. Yep, I see that. That's cool.
So that's the fertilance, and this is the gaboon viper. African gaboon viper, which happens to have the longest fang.
Oh, wow. Now, how big is that snake?
It's a very thick snake, so it's not very long. It's probably about that probably about that long, but
Okay.
it's very, very thick. They're beautiful camouflage.
Oh, I haven't seen one. I will look that up. Gaboon,
Yes.
Gaboon, right? Gaboon
And
viper.
like Steve Irwin says, it hits like a ton of bricks. So,
I can imagine that's true. Okay, so we have our viper here on the side.
right. And so, yeah, you can see the big difference there.
Yeah.
So,
Now, I think I asked you, and I don't know if we know the answer to the size of the rattlesnake's fang versus that of the
Gaboon?
lance or the gaboon. Smaller.
Smaller,
Significantly
definitely
smaller, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And of course, you can look at this too. This is a little bit more angled, if you will.
Oh, yeah. Now, that's interesting. Probably just depends on what prey they're going for and how the fangs are aligned in the mouth.
Yeah, everything in nature has a reason.
Yep.
So there's always an adaptation. There's a reason behind that adaptation. Now, you may or may not see this little slit in the front of the fang here,
Kind of hard to see with the lighting, but yeah, I can imagine that there's a slit there. Yep.
just like a hypodermic needle, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So here's my demonstration. We're going to put that there. Take the fang, and I'm going to suck up some food coloring here. So pretend venom.
Cool. Oh, so we're actually going to see the venom go through the fang.
Hopefully.
Oh, you
Of course,
are
it
so
worked
cool.
yesterday.
Of course it did.
And we'll try to see if it works on live. Okay, and then I'm slowly just gonna,
Oh, yeah. You could totally see how that's happening.
right?
Oh,
And that's
that's
how that gets delivered.
fascinating.
Yep.
So straight from that gland in the back of his behind his mouth, using that muscle, which would be the action of the hypodermic that you're squeezing, and it pushes
See,
it
it just-
right out.
see how it
Isn't
just
that
speeds up like that?
interesting? Yeah, I hope everybody can see that. Let me see if I go
Sorry if
there,
it's a little messy,
better.
but
Let's see.
let's try to get some more in there.
That sounds good.
Let's try to get some more venom in there, shall
Let's
we?
do that. Yes, exactly.
Or
Good
pretend
choice.
venom.
Good choice.
We can do it actually the fertilance too. Let's try it with the fertilance.
Sure.
Fertilance. Sorry.
Fabulous.
Fertilance. So maybe this one will be a little different. Oh, that's really good.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Try to get a focus on that. Oh, so interesting. Yeah. Okay. So really, just exactly like a hypodermic needle. That is just cool.
Exactly like a
Nicely
hypodermic
done.
needle. So once the venom's been injected into the victim or the prey, there are different enzymes or toxins in that venom. Now we're going to focus on our Northern Pacific rattlesnake. Why do I keep on messing that one up?
Yes.
Northern Pacific rattlesnake.
So pretty. Such beautiful snakes. I love those guys.
It's beautiful, and they can have a lot of different colors too.
Yeah.
So just because you see this picture, please, if you see another snake with a rattle, it can still be a Northern Pacific rattlesnake. They just have different coloring.
Yeah, and this one's diamond pattern isn't super obvious. It looks more stripy.
Yeah. And so it's actually a cocktail of different toxins for the Northern Pacific rattlesnake. So you have a necrotoxin, which is a toxin that destroys the tissue at the bite.
Okay. Lovely.
And then you have a mitotoxins, which attack the muscles, so it kills the muscle tissue. Okay, we'll call
Okay.
it muscle paralysis.
Ouch.
And then you have the hemotoxins. Okay? And the hemotoxins explode the red blood cells. So that makes it really thin, right? So you hemorrhage. Now, inside that hemotoxin, there's a special chemical that actually weakens the vessel of your blood vessels and makes you hemorrhage. So
Whoa, so it not only has blown up your red blood cells, so those are not existing anymore, you're also having something that causes your blood vessels to flex and bleed more?
yes.
Wow, that's fascinating and horrible.
I know,
and
right?
awesome.
Right.
Yes.
Leading to tissue death and, of course, organ damage.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Sure.
If I got bitten by a rattlesnake, could you like put your mouth on that and suck out that venom?
No, you cannot do that. So
Okay.
it's injected directly into your bloodstream. So
yeah.
even just
Okay.
the first drop hits it, it's gone.
That makes perfect sense. Okay, good to know.
Good to know.
Because that always sounds like a sort of traumatizing thing to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Plus, it just, you just.
And
you're
tourniquets, that sort of thing, same issue. That
Same issue.
By the time it's gotten into your system, it's pretty much gotten throughout your system. If you've ever, gotten an IV when you're very dehydrated, you can feel it almost immediately. I think it really goes through your system pretty quickly, right?
Right, it does.
Yeah.
It does. They also, when they take you into the hospital, of course, they put a pin around you and, you know, watch how the venom is actually working its way through your body. So if it hits a certain point, you know, and they can tell when the anti-venom is taking hold in your body and is counteracting that.
Interesting.
So this, I hope, works out well. This is what our normal blood flow would be.
Okay.
It's just food coloring mixed in with water, mixed in with syrup.
Okay.
This is what happens when hemotoxins are in your blood. And this
Okay.
is just pretty much water and food coloring. So,
All right.
again, it worked yesterday.
Fantastic. It should absolutely work with a large audience then.
Okay, exactly, right? No technical difficulties at all.
So this is normal blood.
Right. Normal flow, right? So
Okay.
just kind of put a couple more drops through here. Right, there we go.
Okay. It's very Halloween appropriate.
Yeah, we're just missing the vulture.
Exactly.
Now, if we do the pretend blood that has the venom in it.
Oh yeah, lots runnier. Absolutely.
Right?
No question. Yeah, your blood's moving a lot faster. It's moving through your system faster. It's spreading that poison around.
All right, and it's leaking out of the bite as well.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
Right.
It's so interesting the number of chemicals and components that are a part of that venom to make it be as effective as it is and as useful for the snake, both for killing his prey and for defending himself.
Yeah, if you start reading a lot about venom, there's also neurotoxins that
Ooh, yeah,
paralyze
those are scary.
your central nervous system,
Yep.
paralyze your breathing. There's actually toxins that just target your kidneys, target your heart muscles, and it can be, and also as we're talking about thinning the blood, there's also
Oh yeah, you can see that now.
coagulants that are in some toxins that actually make your blood really thick. So you have
that'll
blood
kill
clots,
you quickly too.
right?
Absolutely. Yeah, so many different solutions to the same evolutionary question, right? Venom is just a really cool thing.
It is. And so anti-venom, because it's a northern Pacific rattlesnake and found here in California, hospitals have that. They have the anti-venom.
So if you get bitten by a rattlesnake, what you need to do is get yourself as quickly as possible to a hospital. You need medical treatment, you need that anti-venom. Get yourself as quickly as possible to medical care.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you find one in your yard, of course, never approach.
Right.
And just give us a call. We can locate the right people or give you the right advice of how to deal with a rattlesnake.
It's really interesting because we do get a lot of calls about snakes, and the majority of the time, the advice that we give is that just leave the snake alone. He's just moving through your yard. He's not going to be doing anything to you. He doesn't want to bite you.
No.
He doesn't want to interact with you. He'll get away very quickly, exactly.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to have any interaction with you at all. So giving the snake a chance to move away from you and continue on his way is going to be the best possible way. And again, we're very lucky in our region that our venomous snake, the northern Pacific rattlesnake, gives you great warning.
It does, and keep your animals inside as well.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. Now, snakes tend to have larger territories, so if you see one in your yard, it doesn't mean that he's set up housekeeping in your yard forever. And so, giving him time to move on is a great idea. The other thing that we see a lot in the wildlife hospital, and apparently we've had a major rash of it this season, is snakes getting tangled in garden netting.
Yes.
And rattlesnakes getting tangled in garden netting. So please, please, please don't use garden netting. It's horrible for wildlife. It really, really causes so many problems. If you do feel like you have to use it, be sure to roll the garden netting up about 6 inches and clip it, and check it every morning and every night for entangled animals.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I think I have some great video that I will hopefully be able to post soon of our medical team releasing a rattlesnake that's tangled in garden netting. So rattlesnakes really make observe, do not disturb. Yep, I think that is a great way to put that. Rattlesnakes make great neighbors as well.
They do.
Tell us about that.
As many other snake species, they control the rodent population.
Yep.
Rodents, as well as any other prey species, carries a lot of disease and parasites. Some of those disease and parasites are transferable to humans.
Yep.
They also can do a lot of damage to our agriculture.
Yep.
And also to buildings.
Yep.
So it's a very fine balance.
Yep. And having a predator like a rattlesnake moving through your yard means that he's taking care of some of those rats and mice. What have we here?
Well, we have Striker.
We
our
love
king
Striker.
snake. Striker, or king snake here, or king snakes, are highly resilient to rattlesnake venom.
Ah.
So I thought it would be a good tie-in to bring him out since we were talking about snake venom today.
So, of course, the king snake is not a venomous snake.
Not a venomous snake.
Nope, he is a constrictor.
He's a constrictor, highly resilient. Doesn't mean he's immune, but he is.
Yeah, now that's interesting. I always heard they were immune.
Yeah, resilient. I read resilient.
Is a good term. Yes, there he is. Hi, handsome guy.
There we go.
He's like,
there we go.
There we go.
He's like, give me some more.
We can get a look at his little underbelly there. Isn't that beautiful?
Right? All that different colors.
So are you looking at my belly?
He's like, hey, I know that rattlesnake.
Yeah. So the king snake actually eats the rattlesnake, right? Mm-hmm. Now, how big? Do you know? Or do they only eat babies, or do they?
No, they can eat anything that's about their size and another half.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's all moving that around.
He's like, here, I'll move your blood around. But this is a typical coloring of a California king snake.
He's such a handsome guy.
He is. And Striker came to us in 2016, makes him 4 years old. Reason he can't go back out into the wild is because, one, he's been with humans too long, and we can carry diseases, and they can take that back into the wild population. Yeah. And also, we don't want to release any animal into an environment where we don't know what the territory is of those predators in there.
Yes, Janine,
right?
Thank you so much. Janine just donated. Thank you.
Go.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to introduce a predator in a place where that balance wasn't already was already set, and you wouldn't want to introduce him into a situation.
So just like the rattlesnakes are eating the mice, we don't want to have too many rattlesnakes, and so that's why you have your king snake here.
Yeah.
Right? Again, it's all about balance. He's just causing a mess here. He's just getting things around.
He's so cool.
But yeah, he's wonderful. Oh, he's coming up to the
thing. You're going to come up to the camera, bud?
He's like, oh, check that out. Yeah.
Absolutely. He's so active. You must have had him out in the warmth.
Yes, yep. I did. So when they warm up, they get really, really active. And what he's doing right there when he's flicking, he is smelling. He is looking and seeing if there is anything good out there to eat. Of course, we can't feed him snakes here. Would never feed him a rattlesnake. But what we feed him is dead mice.
Yep.
So the reason we feed dead mice to our snakes is because, one, it's humane. Two, rodents can carry a lot of diseases, and we don't want to get that, have that in our enclosures. Nor do we want to have our humans around it. And also, the prey can fight back, and they can actually hurt our animals. And
in a captive situation, sure.
Yeah. All right.
Well, we are going to leave Melissa to do a little snake wrangling here. Yeah. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks. I have found this absolutely fascinating. I hope you have as well. We're back on Friday. I don't know what we're doing on Friday, but we're going to do something awesome. Absolutely. We might have a squirrel feeding for you. We have baby squirrels. So, awesome. Yes, the second round of baby season has hit Wild Care. So thanks, everybody, for joining us. Stay well, stay healthy. Visit us online at discoverwildcare.org. Thank you.